All right, peace. Let's talk some boxing conversation. I was looking at the boxing news, and Tank Davis, said it's a not really a subliminal message, but he told all the boxers that basically suffer from some type of mental health issues that they need to stop bitching and basically go out there and fight. And I think one of the persons that he was talking about was Adrian Bronner because he just pulled out of the fight with Figueroa. They supposed to get it in. But see, we got to remind Tank, even though Tank is a very good, he has superstar quality. You know what I'm saying? I believe Tank can beat all the lightweights in his division. But that's just me saying that. I can say that all day until tomorrow. Tank Davis never been in there with a quality opponent. Not ever. You know what I'm saying? All these guys that he fighting today, uh, they not even on his level. And when he fought Rolly, he showed me a lot. You know what I'm saying? He showed me that he can box and Tank can do a lot of things, man. But see, that don't mean nothing if you won't get in there and fight somebody that's on your level. Now, Adrian Broner, let's look at Adrian Broner's record. Uh, now let's look at the quality of opponents he fought, right? Say what you want to say about Adrian Broner, right? Adrian Broner, he done been in there with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. So how could Adrian Broner be a bitch when he done been in there with people, right? So let's look at some of his record, right? Let's look at some of the people he done been in there with. He done been in there with Paulie Malignaggi, Marcos Maidana. Uh, I'm gonna just point out some notable names, right? He done been in there with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He done been in there with John Molina. And you know, Sean Porter may go down in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think that he was a Hall of Fame fighter, but I think that boxing, they have gotten a lot soft on certain athlete performances today, because a lot of people that's in the Hall of Fame shouldn't be in there. They should be just recognized as great fighters. But a Hall of Famer is, he on another level. But that's neither here nor there. Sean Porter was a great fighter. He always came to work. You know what I'm saying? He was a blue collar worker. So Adrian Broner been in there with Sean Porter. He been in there. I can't think of this guy's name. Adrian Gradados. He done been in there with Mikey Garcia, right? A couple of people I forget he was in there with. Manny Pacquiao. See? He done been Jesse Vargas. This boy done fought everybody. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see where's Adrian Broner shook at. Where's Adrian Broner shook? Because a person that's shook, he's not gonna get in there. He ain't getting in there and fight no best fighters. They gonna fight certain fighters that's gonna get them some work, but they ain't necessarily no killers. Adrian Broner done been in there with everybody. And see, I think that Adrian Broner probably should have stayed at 140 pounds or 135 pounds. I don't think he should have never moved up to welterweight, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner has done a lot in the sport. I think that a lot of us we need to put a lot of respect. And you know something? If Adrian Broner decides to come back after this setback, we're gonna support him is because we know what type of fighter he is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us mess with Adrian Broner. See, we can't say that for Tank Davis because Tank Davis, he is not. See, he don't want to go to the next level and fight against the best fighters. See, it's been a while. See, he should have been the fought Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney. See, Teofimo Lopez. He should have been fought these guys. He never fought these guys. So how can he? Why is he at liberty to say anything about anybody about their performances or if they have mental issues or not? And I can kind of vouch for him. I think that he does have mental issues. Um, and I think one of his mental issues is probably not necessarily outside of the ring. It's probably some things going on outside of the ring, maybe in his childhood or when he was coming up. But I think some of the his issues comes from in the boxing ring. It's because even though I said a lot of good things about Adrian Broner has done a lot of childish things in the ring. And when he fought Marcos Maidana, he kind of got exposed in that fight. He should have beat Marcos Maidana, but I think he took something away from Adrian Broner that he has been trying to get back for the longest. See, I can say that, man, because see, I was in the ring before, and boxing is not an easy sport. It look fun, and it is fun. It's a lot of fun to get in that ring, especially if you like doing that. But when somebody got your number or somebody takes something from you, a lot of times you question yourself. So I think one of his issues that he may have is a fire issue. See, a lot of times you come back to boxing because it's in your system. You've been fighting for a long time, or you just love the sport, or you just love the camaraderie. But you necessarily don't have the drive that you once had. And I can see that with Adrian Broner. And sometimes you just come back just for a paycheck because you can make a quick $100,000, you know, getting in the ring. So he probably got issues because he don't really love the sport like that no more. It could be a lot of things going on with him. But I think it's very immature for and do I think certain fighters may use that as an excuse? Of course I do. But in the case of Adrian Broner, I don't think he's using it as an excuse because this is the first time that he has ever pulled out of the fight. If you notice, Adrian Broner has always been there to fight against individuals, even if he may have questioned his own ability. So, in my conclusion, in regards to Adrian Broner, he's fathered from a chump. See, this man, he done been in there with the people that we view as the best, whether they top B level or top A level fighters, he done been in there with them guys. And he done won some and he done lost some. You know what I'm saying? So Tank Davis, he can't really, he can't really speak on this man because this man's his accomplishments to me is far greater than Tank Davis. It's because he been through the fire. See, he was willing to put his zero on the line. And see, fighters today, they actually can learn something from Adrian Broner. And what can you learn from him? That Adrian Broner has a heart of a champion. So with that being said,